Court does recall the case of the People versus Jules Calpine.
Andrew Childers agreeing on behalf of the people. Ron Bell agreeing on behalf of my client. Should we approach with the answers that the court gave?
No, that's okay. I presuming you checked the concerns of the court
Yes.
and have filed with the court a stipulated order for release from custody, which the court, while in back, has reviewed, finds that it is appropriate, and that it addresses the issues both of the needs of the defendant, which important, but also not considering him to be a risk of flight, does primarily address the issues of concern and safety for the public on this. And I would note that I believe he has a preliminary examination, or not preliminary, but probable cause conference, which is scheduled before me for this upcoming Thursday.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because it was rolled up in terms of time. I appreciate the parties working it out. I have signed that order. What we will do also is we will review it. We'll prepare a community corrections order so that everybody is straight regarding the GPS tether and exactly what's going to happen with that.
Yes.
All right.
So the court, so where my understanding is, it may be happening as we speak, but Ann Arbor we're sending officers to meet the uncle at the address.
To go to the address to make sure that there are no weapons, so that won't be a bar to the release.
Right.
We will get that over there for those that are interested in his release. The tether is going to have to be in place prior to his release from the jail.
Understood.
So we will try to make that happen and try to make sure that if it's going to happen today, it can happen today. Otherwise, it's not going to happen till Monday.
Understood.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank
Everybody have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It is not on. It is on now. S&C Holdings versus Pearson.
Yes, Your Honor. Good
Your Honor.
afternoon. Tracy
Good
Thomas,
afternoon.
on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. Your name?
Lorianne Pearson.
All right. And did you have a hawk appointment today?
I had, my appointment was yesterday, Your Honor, but my phone got turned off. But I called them, I got it turned back on today, and I called Hawk again, and my appointment's on the 17th.
Your appointment's on the 17th.
Yes, it was yesterday, but unfortunately, I didn't have the money to pay my bill until today. So
you missed your appointment with Hawk. And so now your appointment with Hawk is the 17th?
yes, sir.
Okay, well.
I have paid $1,000 towards. I paid 400 on the 13th and then 600 today.
So you paid 600 today. What do you have as the balance, Mr. Thomas?
Your Honor, we did, according to the property manager, we did receive $400 from Aid in Milan, but the $600 is news to me. What I have as a balance is a total of $2,260.80. That includes costs and the statutory attorney fee.
I paid it about an hour ago.
Okay, it just got paid an hour ago.
I'm sorry, right before I left for court. So
All right, how much is your monthly rent?
it's a 1025.
1025. Okay, and so if I adjourn this out to the 13th, and that's still not good, your Hawk appointment isn't going to be by that point, how much are you going to pay between now and then?
Well, I did just start a job. I got laid off in November. I did just start working yesterday, but I have a lot of tickets I have to pay. So the 600 is pretty much, I mean, maybe by the 13th, I can maybe pay another 100 or two, but that would be the most.
All right, because the problem is going to be, if I click over into the next month, ma'am, and you put 1,000 on top of that, you're gonna be over the limit that Hawk would.
No, I'll only be at 24. Right now I'm at 14,
You're at 14. What do you mean?
1,400, 14,
Because you don't have the 6. They don't have the 6
Right.
in there. I see what you're
or
saying.
that, I was at 24 before the 1,000.
All right.
So now I'm at 14. In February will take me to 24. Oh,
I'll adjourn this out February 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
okay, is there,
Call Hawk back and tell them that your next court date is the 13th, and if there's any way they can move you up.
okay,
Alright.
is there any way possible I could do that on the Zoom? So if I work,
You
I
can submit the form and then I'll make my decision.
and I do that at the,
Can get it at the front counter.
great, thank you, sir. And I apologize for,
It's all right. You think that's it for you, Mr. Thomas? Thank you, sir.
It is, Your Honor. Thank
Appreciate
you. Enjoy your
Appreciate
afternoon.
patience. You too. Northville Crossing versus Jerome Protiva.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sydney Fontanella, P863164, for the plaintiff.
Protiva, they are not checked in. You'd like to take a default?
This
Raise
is a
your right hand
motion,
and be
Your
sworn.
Honor.
Is this there? Oh, I'm sorry, it is.
This is our motion. It's our motion for demolition. The defendant is deceased. Any interested parties have been contacted and have released their interest as well. We also received a release from the lien holder. And so at this time, we are asking that our motion be granted.
The plaintiff's motion to demolish is granted. Let me see if I have it.
There should
Usually
be
I
an
send-
order.
I would think so. Let me
If
just
not-
double check.
Yeah, if not, let me know. We should have one prepared and I can send that over with my judgments today.
I do not have an order.
Okay, we'll get that
That's
submitted.
All right, thank you. Court calls case of Northville Crossing versus Jelene Davis.
Sydney Fontanella for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Zoom. Jelene Davis? Oh, there
Here.
she is. All right, thank you. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I believe that they have spoken with Ms. Dornbush from my office, and so, well, they actually spoke with my client who spoke with Ms. Dornbush from my office, and the plan is that they are going to pay $2,000 on February 5th, 2026. And then the remaining balance, this does include February rent of $765.79 on February 19th, 2026.
Okay,
If they failed to pay the amount on the 5th, then my client could seek the writ after the statutory 10 days from today, which would be the 9th.
okay, so this is gonna be done in terms of a consent judgment with time to pay that. And so the total amount that they're gonna be paying is how much?
$2,765.79. That does include court costs. I can break that down into rent to retain if you can give me just a second, Your Honor.
Okay.
The rent to retain would be $2,519.79. Court costs are $246 for the total of $2,765.79.
And that amount does not include February.
It does include February.
It does include February. All
Yes,
right,
so that full amount is what includes February.
got it. All right. Ms. Davis, is that your understanding?
Yes,
All right. Did you have any questions about this judgment at all?
I don't. Do you, honey?
No.
No, we don't have any questions.
No questions about that? All right. Then what I will do is I'll enter that judgment. Why don't I do it this way, since the parties are agreeing? I'm gonna find no tribal issue after a hearing. I'll do it that way. And I'll sign off on that judgment. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for working it out. Take care. Have a great
Your Honor.
weekend.
You too.
You too.
Scio Farms versus Carol Stafford
Sydney Fontanella for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
and Tara Stafford.
Your Honor, this one, we're asking for an adjournment. They paid in full. We're waiting on the payment to clear.
Okay. So I will adjourn the matter. My next date is February 13th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pardon?
What's the name?
Stafford?
She stood up.
Oh, ma'am, you're here? Come on out.
Carol?
Pardon?
Jennifer Carroll. Oh.
Oh, you're Jennifer Carroll. No, not that one. No, no. Scioto Farms versus Derek Wanchon.
Sydney Fontanella for the plaintiff.
And Elizabeth Wanchon. Hello,
Hi,
what are your names?
okay, Elizabeth Watson.
Derek Watson.
All right. And let's see, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I'm showing that there's rent due of $2,634.33, court costs of $230 for a total of $2,864.33. My understanding is that the defendants, I believe, were denied by DHS but have a Hawk appointment on February 9th.
Is that correct?
This is correct.
Okay, so you have a Hawk appointment that's set for February 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're still under that amount, but come February,
Yeah, so in
how
2
much
days
is,
they'll be over. Let me pull up their ledger really quick, Your Honor, and I can tell you how much it'll be with. All right, so looks like their site rent is $915. Looks like their sewer of $70.74, water of $78.73, and then a $55 late fee will hit on the 6th. So that will put them at roughly about, I think, 4,000-ish. Obviously
yeah,
that's above the Hawk, so I guess I would inquire if they can make a payment.
yeah. Okay. You understand what we're looking at, folks? So
Yeah.
Hawk's gonna have a $3,000 cap. So before they're gonna pay out you're gonna have to come up with about 1,000? Do you know how you're gonna be able to do that or?
We're still trying to figure that one out right now.
Okay,
I would like to add, we did want to make a payment this past Wednesday, but we couldn't make that. It was for 500. We had to pay our DTE because we couldn't stretch out that any longer.
gotcha.
They had shut off.
They had shut off on you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. All right. I got you. So here's what I'm gonna do. I realize you're going around trying to figure out how you're gonna make this work, so we'll stay with you as long as we can. You've got this appointment at Hawk.
Yeah,
Let's see
2
what they
p.m.
say, and then we can figure out how we can get there, okay? I think
Okay.
that's probably our best bet. So I'm gonna adjourn it out to February 13th, 2026 at 12 noon. At 12 noon, okay?
The 15th,
13th,
13th.
next
Okay.
Friday, or
Okay.
not next Friday, 2
The-
weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks out, and then we'll see where we are. And if in the interim, there's a payment that you can make, it's gonna be in your interest to try to do that if you can do it.
Okay.
All right, folks? All right. You guys have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Court calls the case of Scioto Farms versus Paul Best.
Your Honor, Sydney Fontanella for
Yeah.
the plaintiff. My understanding is they have paid in full, so we are requesting a dismissal without prejudice.
All right. Hello,
Hi there.
what's your name?
I'm Leah Best. I'm
Leah-
gonna step up and speak, but.
Huh? You don't need to. You can if you, what do you want to?
Speak to you.
Yeah, well, come on. Come on, later. She can come on. Yeah, please. All right, that case is dismissed with that. Court calls the case of Spice Tree Apartments versus Mbusu Luendu.
Sydney Fontanella for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Hello, what's your name?
Bosu Luendo.
All right. And what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I'm showing that there's rent of $2,934.10, court costs of $169 for a total of $3,103.10 due.
All right. And ma'am, how do you intend on getting this paid?
I made the payment today of 1,440, and I have 1,000 to add on to that. I couldn't add it on because I have a limit on my card on how much I can add on to my card.
Gotcha.
I need to go back tomorrow, and I was requesting some time to come up with the balance for February too.
Okay. So basically you're telling me you paid about 2,400 of this,
Yes.
right? Gotcha. And how much is your monthly rent thereabouts?
It's approximately it varies. They say it varies between 1,180 and 1,300, depending on
Got
the
it.
shared community costs of sewer and water.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If I were to adjourn it out, you've made those payments. If I adjourn it out and your balance is actually still going to be less than what it is now because you made those payments, when can you make another payment?
I am hoping your owner can adjourn it to about maybe February 13th.
About February 13th. Okay, and so if I do put it out to February 13th, that's my next date. How much are you going to be able to pay
I'm working on the balance.
the whole? So the balance plus February?
Oh, the balance I believe will be February. That's what will be left because initially I had a $3,000 balance,
Yes, ma'am.
and then once we added February, it got up to 4,500. And
Okay.
right now I'm almost halfway through that, so that would be 1,000.
I think your math is right. I just didn't add February in my
So,
calculation.
Your Honor, I'm showing that if she makes, so she says she made the 1,040. If she then makes 1,000 tomorrow, that would bring, and then we include February rent. And I did an estimate for her water and sewer. It looks like
Okay.
the balance would be around 2,500-ish when we come back on the
Got it.
13th. If she makes no more payments, right after that $1,000, it looks like by February 13th the balance would be 2,500. I guess
Got
I
it.
would inquire then when she can have that full balance, including the February paid by.
You got that?
No,
So basically, we take all your payments that you've made, add February in. If I adjourn this out to February 13th, you're going to have a balance of about 2,500.
is there a way, your honor, to adjourn it a little bit to give me a little bit more time?
Well, I don't know what I give you more time. I take it out to the 13th because that's actually adding a week because of my schedule. Okay. So let me just ask you this. How much can you, by the 13th, how much do you think you can pay?
Okay. So I believe I will look towards paying about between 1,000 and 1,500.
Okay, between 1,100 and 1,500?
Yes, your honor.
Okay. Okay, so, and that's by that date you can get that paid, you think?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a chance. The other thing is, if you get that payment, then what do you think? When do you think you can get the balance paid up for February?
I believe I would have that by
at least the 26th, because I was expecting a payment that was delayed today.
Got it.
So
Okay. So let's do this. Let's take it piece by piece. Try to get that 11 to 1500 in. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 13th.
thank you.
Okay. And then from there, we'll go. It may be that on that date, depending on how much is paid, I may issue a judgment, but it'll give you time to get everything done.
Thank you.
Got it? So the 13th at 12 noon. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a great weekend. Whitaker Oaks versus Hunter McNiff.
Present.
Yep, he is. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim on this case?
Your Honor, this is defendant's motion to set aside the default judgment, I believe.
Yes. All right, sir, what is your basis for wanting to set aside the default? Why weren't you here?
We had just misread the time, Your Honor, so deep apologies on our part, no excuses, we just misread the time.
Okay, so now the other question I have is what is your defense to the amount that you owe?
So we had encountered a few sicknesses back before December with hand, foot, mouth, and something else from my children, or strep from my children going to school and stuff. I work at Happy's and I also help my fiance at Taco Bell, and I was not allowed to go to Happy's during that time due to the sicknesses. And he technically laid me off for about a month as we waited for everything to disperse. What happened after, as I started working again, is our engine in our 2010 Honda Pilot had seized due to a water pump failure. So I had to tow that out to Port Huron, and I had to call in a few friends and family for some help. We are driving, and we are still working. We have $800 in escrow to you guys at the court, and then we have $1,500 placed in a money order. And we also are working with Hawk. We have everything turned in yesterday, and we're waiting on finalized details from them. But we are under the acceptance limit, so we are hoping that they say yes. Because if so, then everything should be settled, and we will have February and all that ready.
This judge ran through case after case like a machine, but every tenant had the same problem: money, deadlines, and a program with a strict cap. One woman said she paid $600 an hour ago, but the landlord hadn't even seen it yet. The judge didn't yell, he calculated. Then he set the date, February 13th, 2026. Call Hawk, move the appointment up, and keep the balance under the limit, because if it rolls into the next month, the help disappears.
And then you should have that plus your February all set.
Yes.
With Hawk in it. Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
And you have 1,500 now.
Yes. In a money order. We took that into the Hawk meeting to let them know we had that, and then also let them know about the 800 in escrow with you guys now.
Okay. So that's 2,300. What do you have as current balance? Is it the same? Yes. It's a 37. So he's got 23.
Court wasn't just pay your rent today, it was survival math. A family was waiting on Hawk, but February charges would push them over the $3,000 cap, meaning they'd have to come up with $1,000 on their own. Another tenant paid nearly half her balance but still needed time. The judge gave them a shot, not a free pass, and reset everything to February 13th at noon, warning that progress decides whether you stay or lose the keys.
Which would bring me down to about 14. And your monthly rent is about how much, sir?
Your Honor, I show that his base rent is $715, home rent is $784, trash of $20, school tax of $3, and then also obviously fluctuating water and sewer charges.
Okay.
So the balance right now, before applying any of the monies and with the money order of the escrow, I'm showing is $5,373.17. However, if we deduct the $800 in escrow, the $1,500 that he has, that would bring him down to $3,073.17. So he may need to make another payment just to get it below the threshold.
Yeah. Okay. You understand that, sir?
Yes, and we do still have more money. And we are also, obviously, as a lot of other people said today, we are waiting on taxes. I have quite a bit coming because we have quite a few children together. So we also plan on like prepaying some of the rent forward after all this as like an apology for kind of like all that happened, get the sickness, the car. So that way we don't have any more interruptions moving forward after this. Because we didn't want
Okay.
any of this to happen. It was not intended
No,
whatsoever.
I understand that, sir. So between now and the 13th, how much can you pay?
We should be able to pay about another 1,500 if necessary. If Hawk
Yes,
doesn't accept them.
it will be necessary, 1,500 or more. I'm gonna put that prior to February 12th, 2026, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to adjourn your case out to February 13th, 2026 at noon.
Okay, and we should have a response from Hawk for that too as well.
Yes, absolutely. But this way, you pay the 15, the response from Hawk is you're gonna have to, we've got to get you under that, we got to keep you under the $3,000 threshold.
Yeah. Yes,
Your
and
Honor,
that was our whole plan.
Would you like to release the escrow today, or are you going to wait until the?
No, I'm going to release the 800 in escrow today to the plaintiff,
Okay,
and I'm going to order that the defendant pay the 1,500 to the plaintiff, and then the 1,500 also on the 12th. Got that, sir?
Yes. Also, it is an honor to have been placed under you. Yeah, I don't know if you remember this, but I saw your case where the guy was driving when he had a suspended license. I had no clue you were out of Michigan. So thank you so much for all your generosity and patience with us. And it was an honor to be able to meet you and see that and actually see you in real person today. So have a blessed day and thank you so much for your kindness.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Your Honor, do you want an order for the escrow to be released?
No, we should just be able to release it out of here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Ready? We're gonna go home.
Take care. Arbor Woods versus Alicia Franklin.
Cindy Fontanella for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Lisa Franklin here. Lisa Franklin.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
Sure.
Judge Stinson. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Your Honor, Ms. Dornbush submitted an order regarding payment on account, I believe, on Wednesday. Are you in receipt of that order?
Yes, the order regarding payment on account. I am.
Yes.
That has been signed off by everybody. And it's further judge. All right. So I'm trying to figure out why we're doing this. Motion was denied. Writ stayed.
Hawk.
Got it.
Yes. That's why.
She's gonna get Hawk paid in. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I believe
So-
it's the first or the second paragraph on the second page, Your Honor. About Hawk.
Correct.
Yeah.
About Hawk. Yeah. Okay, and then you gotta pay that by March 1st. Got it. Okay. I've signed off on the order and
I'm sorry.
ma'am,
What
did
was
you have any questions on that?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I just want to make sure that we all on the same page and stuff. You said something March 1st, because I just want to make sure, like I said, I paid my part, that for my understanding. And the emails that I have also received, Hawk said that once it was done, turn it down, that they would assist. Is that what I'm understanding? Or if I had defaulted and not paid my rent on February 13th or something like that? I just want to make sure I'm on the same page, my
Well,
understanding.
what this indicates is that so long as you comply with the two payments,
Oh, yes,
which
yes.
are
I paid
right,
one. Right, I paid one
And-
already. Okay,
right,
okay,
and that you're approved for assistance by Hawk,
right,
the
okay.
plaintiff, the landlord is agreeing to wait for the assistance funds to be issued and received. However, if they're not received by February 28th, then you have to pay them. You have to pay the March rental and charges on or before March 1st.
Okay, now I do understand that, because I haven't
Well,
been with them.
right.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's
Go
go try to
ahead.
speak. So I do get paid on the 13th, and what I did for them was, I submitted the paycheck stubs and the pay schedule so that way they know, because I know like I ain't know if that played a part, because I don't get paid until it don't hit my account on time for like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, but I have complied with everything they've asked of me and stuff. And I did have a question for the attorney. So each time, even if it's a cashier's check or a money order, I did not ask it. Why am I being charged $10 per cashier's check or money order when I'm already paying for the money orders already? I just never understood that. Like,
It's a
why?
processing fee on behalf of my client, but Miss Franklin, I just want to
Yes,
confirm you signed this agreement on the 27th,
yes. I'm,
correct?
I'm not
Okay,
right.
so
I'm
you
not
had a
disputing
chance
that.
to look it over and review it.
Yes, I did. I'm not
Okay,
disputing that at all, man. I'm not disputing. I just want to make sure I
okay,
was on
I
the same
just
page. I
wanted to
understood
make
it.
sure.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's not a problem. I just thought that I had to come back to court on the 13th at a certain time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get,
No, will not be. This
yeah.
resolves everything.
No, we want to
Okay.
come back. You just have to
Yay.
comply with this. All right.
Okay. Thank you so very much. You guys take care, be
Thank
safe,
you.
and stay warm. So long.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Flora Boone.
Sydney Fontanelle for the plaintiff. Your Honor, it's my understanding defendant has paid in full, so we are requesting a dismissal of this case without prejudice.
This case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Jennifer Carroll. I think that's
Sydney
you, man.
plaintiff. And Your Honor, I do believe that Miss Dornbush had sent over an agreement to Miss Carroll. So I would inquire with Miss Carroll whether she had a chance to review that.
I talked to Miss Dornbush and I said that it was okay for her to sign for me.
Okay. All right. So Your Honor, what the agreement is, and I'll put this on the record. So there's current rent of $2,321, court cost of $242, for a total of $2,563. And defendant shall pay the amount in line 2D plus the February 2026 charges on or before February 27th, 2026. The amount in the 2D, though, does not reflect the amount of February rental charges. That's what's due through today.
Through January.
All right. So can you repeat what I know that she hadn't taken the $550 I had paid?
She
Can
did,
you-
yeah. So this amount today, Miss Carroll, the one that I just said, the $2,321, court cost of $242 for a total of $2,563, does take into consideration the $500 that was paid today.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Is that did you do this at a COD?
It's a consent judgment, Your Honor, as to her.
It's a consent judgment. Okay, that's fine. All right. You understand the terms of that consent judgment?
Yes.
All right. You have any questions whatsoever regarding it?
No.
Okay. And you do have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some misunderstanding, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I would set it aside, but at least I'd take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You do the same. Arbor Woods versus Latia Davis.
Sydney Fontanelle for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Latia Davis, they've not checked in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I am requesting a default judgment. There is current rent of $1,580.55, court costs of $186, for a total of $1,766.55, and I would request for it to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Shakori Davis.
Sydney Fontanelle for the plaintiff.
Shakori Davis, no response, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I am requesting a default judgment. There is rent due of $3,604.03, court costs of $186, for a total of $3,790.03, and I would request for it to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus David McLeod.
Cindy Fontanella.
David McLeod, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I am requesting a default judgment. There is current rent due of $1,667.72, court costs of $186, for a total of $1,853.72, and I would request writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Eric Stewart.
Cindy Fontanella for the plaintiff. Your Honor, it's my understanding that the defendant has paid in full, so we are requesting a dismissal of this.
Case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. And Arbor Woods versus Brandon Wilson.
Cindy Fontanella for the plaintiff.
Hi, I'm here, Kimberly Slayton.
Yes, in Kimberly Slate.
Your Honor,
All right.
I believe
Yes.
there has been discussion with the defendants between with Ms. Dornbush from my office, and so if you would give me just a second, I just have to pull up the agreement.
I have a judgment.
Yes, it's a consent judgment. Court costs are due and owing of $159.34. That's going to be paid by February 6th. And then the defendants are going to pay the February rental charges by February 20th, 2026.
All right. Ma'am, is that all correct? I have the
Yes, it is.
signatures on it.
Yes, it is.
All right. You have any questions regarding anything on that?
Yes, I do have one quick question. So, I know I'm getting the till the 20th, but would I have to pay court fees again?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That was it.
Why, you want to pay him again?
I don't. I want to get out this hole
Okay,
so
all
bad.
right, all right. I was just asking. I was just trying to make you
No.
happy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.